Hello.
Welcome back to my channel. We have a mukbang and we've got time for dinner. Come back a little bit. So I'll show you what we have. We've made some spring rolls ourselves in the air fryer. Thanks, Mum.
We have some roti bread in the bag.
And then we have some ribs.
Some satay chicken skewers.
A pad thai.
This is what's this one, Adele?
How do you pronounce that?
Pad siu.
Patsiu.
Pad siu. I was just looking at it because the last 2 times I've ordered from this place, they haven't made it like they usually make it. But anyway.
Is this like a special fried rice? Or?
That's right, that's right.
Special fried? Special fried, have a look.
And then got some curry puffs and some satay sauce.
Satay!
Yum.
The
And-
satay with the skewers there.
We have given Franklin a little bowl with treats in it, so you might hear him rolling around on the floor. Let's
We
dig
need
in.
some
What do you want?
servers.
Would anyone like a curry puff?
No.
No, I'll go with the string.
I'm not a fan of a curry puff.
And I'll have
What do you want?
soy sauce. I mean,
Sweet chilli.
Oops, I just double dipped in this.
that's okay.
What size yours there?
So how was everyone's day today?
It was good. I'm really hungry if I'm honest. I was getting a bit hangry
Yeah.
before 5 minutes before we filmed this. I was yelling.
She was.
How was your day?
Yeah, mine was busy today. It was good. No, thank you. What about yours, Jimmy?
My day was very hectic. It's like I had to finish all my work yesterday on my day off, I think. The push is on for Christmas and it's ridiculous. I
Okay.
finished work, I'm at home with my beautiful family and I'm going to enjoy yous.
Beautiful.
We love you, Dad.
I love yous both. Oh, and Karla.
Karla is in her room. She recorded a podcast with me today, and recording a podcast is very tiring, so she's just having a time out from us.
So are people asking questions now?
They asked them on my Instagram. I put up a story, and I've got them ready to go. These are good spring rolls. These are from Costco.
Nice.
Chicken's really nice. Not as tender as the one we got, honey, that time.
I feel like
Different. I think these chickens are, sorry, those skewers are the breast. That's why. The other ones we got were thigh, which
chicken
are always,
pie.
a little bit more tender.
One of the questions was, please get Karla to join. She's so funny, and I love her gardening tips. we did ask, but hang on. I also don't have any Sprite, so I've got Coke, no sugar. First question. Oh wait, we did ask Karla to join, and we do love her gardening tips. If you want to hear from Karla, listen to my podcast this week.
I told you there's some chicken skewers.
But no, I don't like them.
Oh, really?
I don't like them.
I'm not going to eat them all by myself.
Mum just wants to dip.
Oh, I'll eat them.
All right, guys. Favorite thing about each other,
Ladies first.
I'll go first.
and then I'll go too.
The entertainment that he brings.
And what are we going to do?
He's,
She's not done yet. She's not done
Oh,
yet.
about you too?
Keep going.
About Jimmy, yeah, the entertainment that he brings to the family is extremely funny. He has no filter. Sometimes can get him into trouble, but most of the time it's actually hilarious.
I get in a lot of trouble.
About you two?
No,
just
this is
about-
about you two. But
Oh.
I'll say my favorite thing
Okay.
about Dad is his humour. Very similar to Mum. Do you want some rice?
Yeah, we'll have something too.
He's just so funny, like hilariously funny. And I like to think I'm funny, but I'm not in comparison to him. I think he's the funniest one. And then Mum, my favourite thing about Mum is her compassion. 'Cause she's just like this soft, just beautiful ball of just like compassionate energy for everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll start with your mother.
Well, you guys are only talking about each other. It's not about me.
Oh. Did you just say what we're going to do?
I'm saying it about you two.
Oh. Well, your mum is very caring and loving.
Thank you.
And she thinks of me before herself sometimes. Or most of the time.
I was gonna say
Well.
she does.
She does. No, she does. And you? Do I have to talk about you or not?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
I just love Adele and She's hyper. I love it.
Anyone want some ribs?
Yes, please.
These ribs are so good. This is what inspired us to make the ribs last time.
I've got to get this sauce recipe though.
What are we going to do? Ask the restaurant?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, I like this one. What were you going to name me if I was a boy?
Adam.
Adam, guys. I would have been an Adam.
Adam James.
Oh, sorry about that.
When we decided to have kids, my wife was going to pick the names for the kids. I wasn't going to get involved.
What do you know?
What do you
That's not true.
I wasn't.
At first, we didn't want to call her Adele.
I'm so glad you did. Do you know what the other name was? Tell them the other name.
Yeah, tell them the other name. Go on.
Felicity? Something
What?
like that.
Felicia?
I can't remember.
Can you
No.
imagine me as a Felicity or a Felicia?
Weren't you going to name her the Rock Willow?
No.
Oh.
What? Also, I think you might need your hands for this because
Yeah.
the knife and fork is
No,
not.
when we got our first Rottweiler dog,
Rottweiler.
I went to the baby book and I chose a name for her through the baby book, and Dad's getting a bit confused. I called her Asha,
Me or the dog?
the dog.
Oh. And what about Karla? Was Karla always Karla or was there another name?
Again, if it had been a boy, it would have been Adam James.
Oh, so you really wanted an Adam?
Yeah, I did want. I love the name Adam. I don't know why, but
Oh.
I did. Yeah, and then Karla.
I will also say you guys asked a lot of questions that we already answered in part 1. So if you want to know things like how they met, how old they are, other questions around that stuff, that's in part 1. You guys just had your wedding anniversary too,
Yeah.
which was very cute. 32 years of marriage. Goals.
We still got to celebrate that.
We did have a little dinner here,
But every day is an anniversary for us.
That's exactly right. We don't. It needs to be important every day, not just on a specific day. And I guess that's with everything: birthday, Christmases, anniversaries. Make it extra special, but
yeah. Still celebrate each other every day. Who said I love you first?
oh goodness, I don't know.
That would have been me. I
Yeah.
pushed.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
First time I met you.
I think I was a little bit hesitant because of the age difference to begin with.
Oh my god, okay, so I have this thing now where I'm just like creeped out by guys younger than me. So
Why?
I feel like, and I don't want to generalize and say all guys are younger, but like, I mean, I'm talking about like mental maturity because I just think about myself at that age and how emotionally and like mentally immature I was. And then I think, how could I date a guy that's like 4 years younger or 3 years younger? But there is obviously the age gap between my parents.
Yeah, and I guess,
But then I think, I look at them now,
can you even tell?
I can't tell.
No.
But I will say Dad's probably more immature than you.
I'm still 21. I don't care what anyone says.
I know, we know that.
The goatee might be grey, but I'm still cheeky.
I love their rice, the special fried rice. This is from our local Thai place. We got Japanese last time, so we wanted to change it up.
I'm gonna just do this.
Yeah, use your hands, it's
We
fine.
do a Parma next time, Parmigiana or something.
Sure. Karla and I were toddlers. I have 2 girls the same age now and I am in struggle street. Help.
Okay, for me, chalk and cheese, both of you. Adele was Mrs. Princess.
And I was also a very scared child, I would say, compared to Karla. So, like
Carla taught you how to play.
Correct. Karla wasn't scared to climb a fence. Like we would play in the backyard, we would lose our ball over the fence, she would climb over and get it. And I would just be like, oh no, like, what are we gonna do? At toddlers though, when like you can't really talk, could we talk at toddlers? I don't know. Can kids talk at toddlers?
I don't, like the question, like she's got 2 kids
Just
at
like
similar
Will.
ages. It doesn't really say what she means. Like, I don't know.
No, you need more context.
Like,
Yeah, and I guess if you're going through it with the toddler years, hang in there because won't stay toddlers forever.
exactly. I would
And-
love to turn back time and do it all over again. I wouldn't.
You
change,
would?
I wouldn't change a thing.
What age was your favourite? Not teenage years.
That was challenging. The teenage years.
We actually spoke about it on the podcast today. We talked about how we had puberty at the same time, and that was a nightmare in itself.
Yeah. I reckon probably just before you started school, so that 3, 4.
Yeah.
year-old, just before starting school.
Was your favourite age?
It was, yeah.
I'll tell you 3 or 4 or even 2. Sundays when I'd stay home, you would jump in the bed with us. I miss those days.
Are your parents strict? By the way, you make me so happy. Oh, thank you. I'm going to say my parents are not strict overall, but I'm going to say they were very strict with me.
You mean you weren't?
Yes, you were. I was the firstborn.
Here we go.
Yes,
You're overdoing it now.
let me have this.
All right.
I was the firstborn, and you know, I think back, it took ages for me to like get a phone, for example. That's one thing I can think of. If I was like going to hang out with like friends and things like that, obviously I'd have to get permission. If I was going to be catching like public transport, I'd have to like write out a timetable. I'd have to give like my friend's mum's phone number. You had to know the parents.
Yep.
Yeah, but when you become a parent, you'll understand where we come from.
I already understand. As an adult now, I get it.
Okay.
And I also think the world has changed so much since I was a teenager.
Yeah. But I mean, even when you did get your first phone, we didn't buy it for you. One of your aunties bought it for you. And I remember I used to have to ring up the...
I was so excited because it was a 3315. Nokia 3315.
That's right. But there was one stage because what did you used to buy? Those...
Ringtones!
And what your bill came to like...
A lot of money. I bought a lot of ringtones once.
And I, had to ring and dispute it, in which,
Anyway, they were stricter with me, but overall not super strict. Strict within reason, but I think being the firstborn, I was put under a lot more restraint and put under a little bit more rules and regulations, we'll call it.
Yeah, but you're more delicate, Adele. Karla was just a wild one.
No, I also think there's this thing that happens to parents when they have their first baby and then they're like, let's try not to kill it. Let's try to keep it alive. Let's be very careful with it.
Oh.
And then you have a second child, you have a third child. And I think, not that the care reduces, but like you've done it before, so you know what to expect.
you're not in that state of fear. You started school and you were 4.
Correct. I was a baby. And I was always the youngest. So like even in year 12, guys, I was 17 in year 12 and I went to schoolies being 17 years old.
And I mean, we did have an option of holding her back, but I don't think that would have,
She was very intelligent.
academically, I think it would have impacted in a negative way.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't.
The chili.
What chili?
Oh, something spicy.
What else do we have?
We have some more ribs, some pad thai.
Some pad
You
thai.
want some pad thai? Oh, sorry. What is the naughtiest thing Adele and Karla have done when they were little? I know, I can think of one.
We probably don't know. They were very secretive.
Or what we know of. I don't think when they were little, like I can't, like...
That time I drank the medicine.
Oh, true. Yeah, true. She was, Karla, you were very little. I can't remember how old you were, but there was Dimitab. It was my fault. God, this is bad.
It's a parent mistake.
Bad parenting.
She actually liked Dimitab, the purple liquid stuff.
I love it. I still love it. I would still drink it today.
And I was giving some to Karla, so I measured it in the cup, and I did the wrong thing by leaving the open bottle on the bench.
And what did I do?
Someone had a little bit of a swig.
I grabbed it and I drank it.
So we had to take her to the hospital. Back in the day, it was Panch down in Bell Street.
And were you worried?
Extremely worried.
Because we didn't know how much you drank.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what was in there.
It wasn't in a measuring cup. You drank it straight out of the bottle.
I liked it. What could I say?
Lesson learned, let me tell you. Karla,
She used to break into the childproof cupboards.
so I didn't know that. There's things that I don't know. And what did she used to grab? What was in there?
So we're learning
The
something.
peelers.
The what?
The peelers.
What peelers?
The vegetable peeler.
What?
Or the scissors. And we would do makeovers on the dolls.
Oh, you used to love her poo bear. Remember what you used to do?
Karla had this, we both had the same teddy bear. And we'll try and find it. I think they are in the room.
Oh,
And-
no, not her poo bear. Her poo bear she took overseas and it got nicked.
Yeah, in Italy. Yeah, in Greece.
I remember. She's got another
And
one.
Pooh Bear went everywhere. And I mean everywhere.
had
He'd
that
been to a
Pooh
few
Bear
states.
forever.
She took him everywhere. Damn. There were some points where I would staple his.
Oh yes.
I was going to staple his ears.
You were nasty.
Oh, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? I will say I would go to New York, and I will eventually go. I wanted to go this year, but it just wasn't a possibility with everything at the moment. Mum, Dad, keen to hear your answers on this.
I'd love to go to Vietnam.
Okay.
My one's America, Route 66.
Oh, really?
I want to do it in the California Kid. If anyone knows who the California Kid is, they'll know what it is.
Cute. Do your parents make you pay rent/board? I'm 19 and my parents want me to start paying. No, my parents do not make me
You
pay
wanna answer
rent.
No.
No,
No, neither of the girls have ever paid board. And it's just a choice that we made.
we've chosen them.
That we've
Yeah.
chosen. They help out in
Other
ways
ways.
in other ways, which
And those have to be money.
no.
They vacuum, they clean, they wash, they do everything.
Go shopping.
I will say though, knowing what I know and being an adult, thinking what I would do if I was ever to have kids, I'm not opposed to making them pay rent.
Oh.
No.
Did you eat up all the rest of the roti bread?
Yeah, you see me.
It's alright.
Aww.
That's all right. Did you enjoy it?
They were nice, that's what I said
So
to
what were
you.
you going to say?
I was going to say, like, I'm not opposed to it. If I had kids one day, I would probably maybe make them pay rent or board and then perhaps, like, invest that money for them or keep it in a bank account to give it to them.
I was going to say that's if anything, because I think the guilt in me would not be able to accept that money from you, and if I ever did do that, that's what I would have done. But
I think that's like an old wog mentality
yeah,
though,
I
because
could
like
not.
No, well, can I just say something?
I just
we
it
both.
doesn't.
I know, I grew up, I didn't pay rent. Did you ever pay any
I
rent?
didn't ever pay board, no. But
So
then
we never
again,
paid board,
You
so
left home when you were 20, and I left
Yeah.
home when I was 23.
yeah. Look where we're at today.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
They're my kids, I'm not going to take money off
no,
them.
that's exactly right. I'm the same as you.
That's me.
That's what Mum's saying as well. And I think, again, it's a cultural thing, the same thing as like living at home. And we spoke about this in the other video on it, but like for some people it's very jarring that I live at home or that my sister lives at home. But like in
I
some
love it.
in some cultures and even in some religions, that's the norm. I would argue that perhaps maybe those cultures or religions or whatever wouldn't charge rent or board, but I'm not opposed to it at all. I don't think
Look.
I would pay it if they asked me to.
Life is getting expensive.
That's what I mean.
And by not charging you, I know you both bank and save, I know you do. So you are saving that money. And one day you will fly the coop. I'll be spewing
Correct, we will. We
It's
both
not-
already have,
for a
so
long time.
But I get that, you know, there's no right or wrong, I guess.
Correct.
There's no right or wrong because
Yeah,
there's
but every
advantages.
family's different, yeah?
That's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. There's advantages
Yeah.
and I guess disadvantages in both, and I guess whatever floats your boat.
yeah. Did you guys ever see Adele doing what she does now, and what do you think about it?
Adele is not sporty, as I've said before. She's not an athlete at all. Really at all, no. She wasn't going to make a living out of that.
So where's he going?
So when she's turned,
I don't know.
when she was on Facebook, I remember you were doing the clothes. You were making clothes. Designs and all that. In high school,
In
yeah.
high school, yeah.
You started off with clothes.
I wanted to do clothes. I wanted to do fashion design, but everyone told me it was a bad idea.
Who told you that?
Just everyone. That wasn't the thing at school. It
But
was
you
like
made a nice dress the other day.
have a pathway, go to university, and like I don't regret going to university at all. I think what I did there, studying business, gave me really good life skills down the track to go and then work in the corporate world. Social media didn't exist the way it does now back when I finished school.
But
And
there was
but you were doing Facebook, then you went to
Instagram. And
Instagram.
there was that opportunity for you, but I think that what you did was the right thing, obviously, for you, because I just think that you've come into this as a little bit more mature, a little bit more street smart as well in relation to social media.
So
and
what
all
they're
that sort of
talking about is that I had Instagram before I had TikTok back in like, I don't know when, my early 20s.
And you wanted to pursue that, and we supported that, but then
It just wasn't the right
no,
time.
and obviously you changed career paths and did what you did, and
Well, that was
You
that
needed that
crossroad
growth,
that I've
yeah.
spoken to you guys about, where I had that mentor that was like, you need to take your career seriously. And so that's kind of when I did take the corporate world seriously
that's
instead.
delicious.
Yeah, Pad See You.
Very nice.
It's my favourite. I'm
I
really
still
full.
reckon you would have been in Paris if you kept going. That's what I reckon.
They're very supportive of me. When I told them I was going to quit my job, they were very supportive of me.
I'm still going.
Rita, we need more cooking videos, please.
Nah, look, I'll answer that one for Mum.
No, that's
Alright.
a question to Rita.
Alright.
Mum, it feels weird. Mum.
I'm thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. I'm not really confident in front of the camera. I prefer to be behind the scenes, so I don't mind you doing it and with me not,
I've got a job role for you. A PA.
Yeah, eventually, but as long as it's behind the scenes. And I've always been like that. I prefer to be behind the scenes and working hard behind the scenes.
In the meantime, I'll keep recording them.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the next question, we've got Franklin here, guys, is how to have a close family. I didn't have one growing up, but would love my own to be. And I think I'll go first with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes family is really complicated and sometimes it's very layered. And I think you're already aware that like you want your own family to be. And I think what that would look like is like creating your own traditions, having like building your own family unit, making sure that like you practice good communication, making sure that you treat each other with respect, making sure that you accept each other for who they are, understanding that everyone's like an individual, and kind of breaking any of those patterns that you had. And that's the thing as well. And I would say I've learned this in therapy. Like a lot of the reasons why people act the way that they act is because of the childhood that they had. So maybe your caregivers are acting the way that they had because of their own childhood. And it's like a generational thing that keeps getting carried down. But I think you can definitely break that if you want to.
100%. You can either learn to be that, or you can learn how not to be it.
Yeah.
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 What you see now wasn't like this 20 years ago. Yes, or true or not? True or not?
Not true. We all go to therapy now.
Yeah, we all see therapy.
Every single one of us goes
But
to
as you were
therapy.
teenagers, you didn't tell us much. We didn't have the relationship we've got now, really.
No, because I was a kid.
Yeah. As you're older,
Now I'm an adult.
and your sister,
But
you've
now
both
we're adults.
matured,
We're adults
It's
now.
different.
and we're all on the same wavelength at the moment. All
Yeah, we
close
are.
to it, but we all interpret things different. The three of us and the four of us. And we've all got a different outlook on everything. So it's just like a partnership. You just got to work together. If she's having a bad day, I understand. She's having a bad day, I understand. Shut up, Jim. That's it.
Yeah, but I would say you're already on the right path. The fact that you are aware of it is already on the right
100%.
path. And always just remember, do your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
That's
and I
all
think,
you can do. There's no.
and I think even in saying that, like, when I look at my mum and dad, like they were kids when they had us. They were kids raising kids, and I think, fuck, you guys did a good job.
Thanks.
You did your best.
Yeah, we did.
You did your best, you know? And I think there was no one really, I think you guys do things differently to your parents as well. And I think,
100%.
yeah,
I've learned lots of things how not to be.
correct.
Yeah. And credit to my parents.
Yeah.
And others that I used to look up to. Absolutely.
Next one. What do you guys do for work? I think we all know what Dad does. Dad's on the bloody, what do you call it?
I work in an excavator
There we go.
by myself. Yeah. I'm an excavator operator. I was a finger machine.
I'm in customer service.
She works in banking.
I do. Banking customer service.
That was a highly asked question, and we
Was it?
never got to it last time. Would you ever consider getting your own dog whenever Franklin and Adele move out? I think we need to tell the story.
Yeah. So
Oh,
we had Diesel.
Tell them who Diesel was.
Diesel was our
Let me get a
staffy.
picture.
You get a picture of Diesel.
Diesel was our family dog.
the one on my door or the one in the picture?
And he was just,
An angel.
he was an angel. And especially for me, when she left for Sydney and Karla was also overseas, he would be at work. And I did have
It was
both
Mum
of-
and Diesel.
It was.
He died when he was 11, which is not short for a staffy. I would argue that that's like...
Okay, just so everyone thinks we're not dog people, right?
Oh, show Diesel.
No, hold on. Who's this, Adele?
That's OJ. This was our first dog, guys. Oh, wait, can you take it to the camera? Because I've got Franklin in my hands and I don't want to go to the food. Just pop it in front of the camera.
This little dog cost me more money.
Across. There we go.
He cost me more money than I actually spent on him in rewards.
Because he would always run away.
He'd run away, but he was beautiful.
He lived a long life.
He did live a very long
He
life.
lived
did.
to like 15.
He did. He lived a
And he was OJ. He was a beautiful dog.
And then show Diesel.
The reason that we called him OJ was because Jimmy owned, he used to run
Orange juice company.
an orange juice company, and he came home from one of his work days, and he
I
had,
brought it in Brandon Park.
yeah, Brandon Park, and he
Yeah.
he used to fit in your moccasin. You brought him home, and that's why we called him OJ, because
Of orange juice.
of orange juice.
And how's this? Dad, well, I remember, because I think I was with you. I think I was with you the day we got OJ. I'm pretty sure I was. We
From
just
the
bought
pet
the
store?
dog. We bought him from the
Yeah.
pet store.
Were
We
you
just,
both there? You and Karla, maybe?
there was a part of me, I think we didn't ask.
I'm not sure.
What?
Hi, Carla.
Hi.
And then we got Diesel while we still had OJ, and
Yeah.
Diesel and OJ were friends.
So
Joey
what?
showed
Hold on,
him
I
what
wanted
we
to say
did.
something. He was getting old. He would. Remember,
getting
he was
old.
actually blind. But when we brought this one home,
Someone's phone's ringing.
can you see him there?
Yeah, they can see Diesel.
He was the best dog. No, serious guys. We are dog
Anyway.
people.
Anyway, I think Diesel passing away was very upsetting for them.
We're not ready to. Yeah, this is enough for me right
This is
now.
Adele's dog?
Franklin, and also.
And we love him to death.
But I'm not going to rule it out. I never say never.
Yeah, you might get
Um,
one day. Next question. We only have 3 more.
Oh.
Okay.
How do your parents feel about possibly not having grandchildren? I don't know, I just think that's a rude way to ask that question. I think asking if you want grandchildren is a nicer way. But it's the same energy as like asking me, or even asking Carla, like, when are you going to have a kid?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't like that question, and I think times have changed. If
At the
I
end of the
really
day-
wanted to, I could go and have a baby by myself tomorrow if
That's
I wanted
exactly
to.
right.
You can
I would
adopt.
not do that. I would not do that.
No, but there's
or I
that-
could
that
adopt, or
choice.
Carla could adopt.
Exactly. There's
Um,
choices.
Yeah, but there's people out there, families that can't have kids. There's also adoption. So it doesn't matter. If you want another kid, a boy or girl, me and mum will adopt someone. If you do fly the coop.
No.
Why?
Oh, that's the thing.
I would
Also,
love
I
to
just
adopt.
realised you guys are matching. Hang on, Franklin's ready to come back inside.
Oh. He's
Alright,
barking.
next question.
You're funny.
Imagine that, honey, we're gonna die.
Franklin wants
I
to
would
be-
love to
Come
adopt.
here.
You get to stay home again.
No, thank you. I'm past
Let's run
that.
around.
How do you get through your challenges in marriage? What's the key?
You go first, honey.
It's talking,
Mm.
communicating, and that includes fighting, and it includes.
Correct.
Yeah, yelling. Sometimes we do yell, and that's okay as well.
We
Because
always yell.
you need to release it. I mean, we just yell when we're talking.
We're a
normal.
loud family.
Yeah, but then it's also, the communication and where you go from that, how you resolve it, what you learn from it.
I think what I like, anyway, from like a third party view, is that it's like you'll work through it.
Yeah.
That ability to work through it rather than like run away.
I'll
I
admit-
like that.
I'm the culprit here. I don't talk much. Especially when we're arguing. I don't want to argue anymore. I'm 52. I don't want to argue with anything.
Yeah, but like sometimes there are disagreements. So
Yeah, there is.
You got to work through it.
So, with my therapist, she's lovely. She's teaching me how to communicate.
Beautiful.
And she helps Belinda. She's a lovely lady. So now I actually
Thank you,
talk to...
Belinda.
I actually talk to my wife now.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
guys, you aren't always right. I tell you now.
No, but neither are.
No, and I don't think it's about being right or wrong. I think
but
it's about
as a guy, we are stubborn. I'll be honest with you. I'm stubborn.
maybe in your generation, and I think times are changing.
No, I've changed.
No,
My dad was more stubborn than me.
that's what I'm saying. I think times have changed.
When we grew up,
Like,
you'd go to someone's house, there'll be a cloud of cigarette. Now you go to someone's house, you don't see any cigarettes through your house unless you're smoking in the house. I'm just saying, different times.
no one's smoking in the house.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but some people
different
smoke in the house, but I don't. We
Different times. But am I seeing the secret to getting through challenges is
don't. Communication.
therapy?
No, communication.
I think-
Seriously.
I think therapy can help anyone as an individual
At the end of
or
the
a
day-
couple, but communicating, healthy fighting,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
because you need all of
respect.
that. Yeah, 100%.
awareness.
Yeah, you can't live in a glass house and not break the window, seriously.
I don't know if we try.
What?
I don't know. I don't understand that saying.
Nah, it's not like that. People in glass houses shouldn't throw
Those
stones.
That's,
Yeah. That's a different. That's a
Is
whole.
it?
That's a
I just made my own then. I love it. This room's beautiful.
And then last question.
Oh, you weren't finished yet?
Is that the last one?
We'll go one more.
Oh, goodness.
You want more? There's
Yeah.
more. We'll do another one, Dad. The people love these. All right. They voted for you guys.
Can we have a Parmigiana next time?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the second time we
I
asked.
She
know.
hates it.
Now that he's asked, I have to do it. Any advice for the younger generation? And what I would like you to give the advice to the viewers is if they're in like high school or really young, early 20s, like just confused about everything. You guys have way more years of wisdom on me. And I can even see, being in my late 20s now, the stuff I would worry about maybe wasn't that important. And it's all working out okay. Any advice that you guys have?
Yeah, I do. I left school, the high school. I did a job. I learned nothing at school. Seriously, I'll be honest. I learned nothing. You just go out in that world. Your friends, yeah, you go and party, go out, do whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, you got to think of yourself. You want something, you go out there and get it, and that's it. That's all they say. You don't have to be educated.
For me, I would say don't let fear hold you back. Sometimes because it's not the norm, you might be fearful of trying it. So have no regrets. Just go out there and try it, because when you find that passion, regardless of what it is, and you feel it, then you can't fail it. You can't fail.
That's cute.
And make sure you love yourself too.
Aww,
That's cute.
that's cute.
You got to.
I'm my little munchkin.
And he's my competition.
He's not your competition.
He is. Franklin?
He's the winner.
Alright, oh wait, one last question.
One last
Oh,
question.
go for it.
I need to know how tall you are. It's been bugging me. Both of you stand up.
As in
Okay.
us two?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I just say something?
I'm 162 centimeters.
When you jump in the Mazda 3,
Get in, stand up.
I always got to move the chair back.
Stand up. Dad, you're not that tall.
I think we're about. Dad's just a little bit taller.
They're the same height.
Are
No,
they?
push her hair down.
They're both 165 centimeters, guys. They're not that tall.
She's got longer legs than me, but every time I jump in the car, I've got to put the chair back so I'm on 45
He's
degrees.
got to tell us he's got to put the chair back.
Yeah, she pushes her forward, so who's taller?
Franklin says,
I'm not-
Mommy.
I'm not commenting on that. I just
think-
like to sit closer, that's all.
I think we can wrap the video there.
Oh, really?
What, do you want
Thanks,
to keep
guys.
Yeah, what's another question?
going? No more, Dad.
That's
Oh.
it, no more.
Dad loves the camera.
No, I don't.
Yeah, all good.
What do we say when we wrap the video?
Bon appetit.
Thank you for coming to Adele's channel.
No, thank you for coming into our family's life. Hope you can respect it.
Aw, Dad.
Thank
Well-
you for supporting her. Thank you for listening. I hope something magical happens to you all.
Can you tell she watches the vlogs? And Franklin says, love
Adele?
you too.
See you in the next video.
Can we get a Hummer? Can I drive a Hummer around? I want a Hummer.